So we're good. All right. I was thinking that. All right. Bye.
Check the level. The camera one, probably.
Our microphones are off.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yo. Welcome to the first game of the girls' season. They're playing Webster City in this cold, gloomy day, but we're out here and they're going to play a good game. Hopefully, we end up with a win. It's a little quiet. There we go. Tortoise will start with the ball. Delaney good bringing the ball up the field. The pass does not quite make it to Kaylee Chestnut, and that will be a turnover on the doors. The Lynx making their way on their own half with the ball, trying to make a possession here. The pass does not make it to their attacker, and the ball is turned over. Another bad pass, but the Tortoise will recover, making the ball up the field. The pass makes it to Kaylee Chestnut, and she's making a run down the wing. The Tortoise still pushing strong on the Lynx's side of the field. Can't quite get the ball rolling, but they have a strong offense in motion so far. The Lynx are passing it around. That is out on the Tortoise. Addie Tunsick on the throw-in. Makes Emma Thomas on the run, making her way down the wing. Tries to cross to Bree Morgan, but can't quite get it there. Jenna Johnson with the shot over the net. Cam, what do you think about the Tortoise offense so far?
You know, so far they've done a good job really controlling the pace of the game, keeping a strong offense, pushing it to the Lynx defenders. Just haven't been able to connect on a couple passes, a few miscues here and there. But so far I'm liking this Tortoise offense.
Yeah, the weather doesn't seem to be bothering the Tortoise at all whatsoever. They're moving the ball around, showing some strengths, and hopefully going to make the Lynx tired here so they can get some points on the board. The Lynx are doing a good job in defending the Tortoise offense, though, as they just clear the ball, and hopefully they make an attack here. Header comes in for the Lynx, and they're making their way up. The Tortoise defense found a gap, and the Lynx are making their way up the wing. And the Lynx cannot keep it in, and that'll be Tortoise ball. Addie Tunsick on the throw-in. A great throw-in, but just over Kaylee. Kaylee makes the pass to Macy. Macy's looking around. Leads Emma on, but can't quite. Oh! Offside, I believe, on the Tortoise. Yeah, Emma Thomas is offside. That'll be a turnover. Lynx ball.
I like the idea there from the Torridors. Really good push there. Just very unfortunate. Emma was just a bit offsides there. Line judge making the call there. So Lynx ball here.
The free kick coming in from the Lynx. Straight into the Torridor defense. Let's see where they can go here. Across to Delaney, good. Can't quite get there enough. in time, but the Lynx clear it, and that'll be Torador ball. The header intercepted, then Lynx are making a push down the field. Keeping the pace up and making the Torador defense get spaced out. Let's see how that goes for the Lynx. High pass gets intercepted. The defense can't quite find a clearance. They're trying to make something happen. A clearance is made, and Emma Thomas might make a push on the offense here. Can't quite complete the pass, and the Lynx have control of the ball again. Addie Tunzvik on the breakaway. Making her way up the field. Made it past a couple defenders, but lost possession. Jenna Johnson makes a lead on pass to Macy Chestnut. Can't quite get the ball going. Trying to create space. Takes a shot. Little wide. Cam, what do you think about that?
You know, I really like that there. Tunzvik and Chestnut able to make some good moves past the defender. A good shot there from Chestnut, just not able to squeeze it in there past the goalkeeper.
Goal kick coming in from the Lynx. It will make it to their team, but the Torador defense is on it. The Lynx make it through the defense, and they're making their way up the field. The drag back from the Lynx, and they keep pushing forward. Emma with a great pass leads on Kaylee Chestnut. Let's see what can happen here. Makes a cross, but does not quite connect. Their Toradors are still fighting the Lynx defense. Emma Thomas in the box. Can't quite figure out what to do. Timeout. Foul. Jeez. Free kick coming in. The Doors rebound, can't quite get the ball back, and the Lynx make a cross down the field. Slowly bringing it up, trying to space out the Toradors, and can't quite make the pass, and that ball go out of bounds. That'll be Torador ball. Addie Tunzvik leads on Kaylee. Let's see what she can happen here. The Lynx clump up, which makes Kaylee make the pass to Delaney. She can't quite complete the pass to Emma, but Emma still gets the ball. The Toradors need to space out their offense so they can make moves happen. They're a little clumped up, which makes the passes not quite effective against the defense. That gives the defense an easy job on clearing the ball and getting possession to their offense. Cam, what do you think about the offense so far for the Toradors?
Yeah, I like it, but like you just said, they just need to get a little bit more space, kind of create more lanes for those open passes that then give them an opportunity to attack the net and hopefully score.
That will be Lynx ball. Yet again, the Lynx defense doing a good job in keeping the Toradors off their side of the field. The Toradors are still keeping possession, but the Lynx are doing a good job on managing the amount of space the Toradors are getting. They can't quite keep the passes in. The wind probably has an effect on that. Keeps blowing the ball out of bounds, so they need to take that into account. They also need to take into account the cold temperatures, which do affect the ball conditions, makes it a little hard to kick, which makes it so you need to lead the ball a bit more and whatnot, not kick with your toe. The Lynx passing it around yet again. Toradors get it back, and that will be out on the Lynx. Addie Tunzvik on the throw-in, leads on Emma Thomas. Let's see what Emma can do. We're doing a good job of keeping the ball in bounds, but the Lynx defense is like a wall. Keeps pinning her into that corner there, and that's what they want to happen, except that will be Torador's ball on the throw-in again. Cam, what do you think the Lynx defense is doing good to keep the Toradors off the board here?
You know, they're really taking away the passing lanes. The Toradors go to make a pass, and then you just get Lynx on the ball all over the place, and it really makes it hard for this Toradors offense to run in a motion and keep going to attack the net. So far, I think the Lynx defense, despite keeping the ball in their half for most of the game so far, they've done a good job limiting the Toradors' damage and keeping it a competitive game.
Yeah, despite the Toradors remaining or keeping possession for most of the game and staying on the Lynx' half. They have not yet gotten the board, but that will be Macy Chestnut from outside the box, top bins, and that puts the Toradors on the board. That's a great way to respond from the statements we just made, from the way Emma was pinned into the corner there to making the switch around for Macy to score that goal. Cam spoke it into reality there. Let's see what Lynx can do. Let's see if they can have an offensive drive and maybe tie up this game. There's still a lot more time to tick down, so there's a lot of things to happen, but it'll look like Macy is on a run here. Down the left wing, makes a pass to nobody, but Emma is open. The pass gets through. The goalkeeper fumbles it. The ball is cleared. The Lynx might have an offensive possession here, but the Doors defense seems on it. Freshman Morgan Chestnut whiffs the tackle. Oh, the ball gets through, and it is cleared by the Toradors. See, that right there is something that can happen in soccer. The momentum gets flowing, and the ball gets moving. You lead on the ball, and then sometimes the Torador defense or the Lynx defense make a mistake that can lead to an opportunity to score a goal like that. But it looks like the Doors are back in the game with Addie Tunswick throwing. She yet again leads on Macy. Macy will try to make a pass to Kaylee. Leads on Emma. Emma has nowhere to go, but she makes the pass, or tries to make the pass to Kaylee. Kaylee tries to make or is running up the wing. Could cross to Kaylee here, or Emma. Header by the Lynx defense, gets a clearance, but whiffs it a bit. Kaylee might regain possession. The Doors are passing the ball around, doing a good job of keeping momentum flowing and trying to get those triangles of passing. So that might open up opportunity to score in later times. Tiring out the defense is very important. Switching the people you're passing to, keeping it at a triangle, and keeping a triangle and getting some momentum flowing for the next goal on the board. Emma makes a shot, but the goalkeeper takes it up. Drop kick coming in, but Macy Chestnut gains possession. The Lynx cross it out and can't quite keep it in. That'll be Doors' ball. Jenna Johnson on the throw-in. Leads on Macy. Macy gains possession, tries to pass back to Jenna Johnson, but the Lynx take it. That'll be out of bounds on the Toradors. Lynx with a throw-in, pump fake. There we go. Gets the ball in play, but can't quite get it past the offense. They make a cut down the field, but the defense is right there to counter it. Good ball placement by the defense there, but can't quite make it to an offensive player. Delaney Good making a cut down the field. Nice pass to lead on Macy Chestnut. Emma and Macy double-teaming that defender, try to get in possession again. Emma makes 2 shots but can't quite bring it home. The ball is still in play, and Macy keeps it in. That goalkeeper really needs to focus on gaining the hand-eye coordination and bring that ball in to stop that offensive drive and to put the Lynx back in the game. What do you think about that, Cam?
Yeah, Torador's 2 good shots on goal there. Goalkeeper fumbles a little bit there, just needs to bring those in, get the Lynx, control the ball, and hopefully start some offense for the Lynx. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing from both teams here.
Yep. The Lynx are making a defensive effort. Yet again, the Toradors offense remains on their half of the field. Delaney Good makes a good pass to Macy, but the goalkeeper locked in and grabbed that ball in. So let's see what can happen here for the Lynx's offense. Did not lead on the attackers, but the attackers are making a way of good passing the ball around. The defense really needs to lock in on making those tackles and keeping their eye on the ball and not whiffing the chances to take an opportunity away from the Lynx. Yet, like I said previously, the ball can move very fast, so you got to remain focused and lock in the game. Have your eyes scanning around the field so you can make crosses to your teammates to open up opportunities to get points on the board. Macy Chestnut can't quite keep it in, and that'll be another Lynx throw-in. A throw-in straight back to Jenna Johnson. Emma makes a play for it, but the defense gets it. Lynx are on offensive possession here, trying to get up their half of the field. The game has been mostly played on their side of the field, and they're trying to change the momentum. Addie Tunswick has a counter push, gives it to Emma. Emma gets stumbled up there, has a pass to Kaylee, but Kaylee needs to make more space, so Emma has the opportunity to pass it there. They're still jumbled up, and that is something very important, and it's something that can't really happen here. It takes away the opportunities to make passes, which creates space, which creates an opportunity to score a good shot and put another point on the board for the Toradors. Right, Emma Thomas's shot is a little wide. Cam, what do you think went wrong there?
It was real good offense there. Good touches. Gets Emma a good opportunity to score. She just misses a little wide of the goal. Maybe came off her foot wrong. With this weather, touches on the ball can be a bit weird. So I think just came off the foot a bit wrong, but good opportunity there for the Toradors.
Yeah, like Cam said, with this cold weather and the wind, the ball has a lot of spin, and the ball gets very difficult to kick due to the hardness the ball gets because like the air compresses the weight of the ball. And it looks like the Toradors' defense is in a little scramble here, trying to get the ball away from the Lynx, trying to make a possession change. But it looks like the Toradors will kick it out, clear it out. Substitution coming in from the Lynx. It will be number 3, Naomi Ortez, coming in or taking out number 17, Janie Putney. Let's see if that makes a difference for the Lynx's offense. Can't quite throw it in. There we go. The ball's moving. Jenna Johnson with the header. Tries to get it to Macy, but the Lynx keep the possession going. And it goes out on the Lynx yet again. Jenna Johnson on the throw to see if the Doors can make something happen. Good lead on to Macy. Can't quite get it on the run. Makes it across to Kaylee, but the Lynx intercept. Too hard of a touch from the Lynx, and Kaylee Chestnut is able to make a pass to Emma Thompson that can't quite get onto her lead leg. That causes the ball to go back to Jenna Johnson. And the Lynx, they're playing ping pong here, need to get the ball moving. Cam, what do you think the Lynx defense is doing good to keep the Toradors from getting another point on the board or keeping them from tiring them out too much?
So far the Lynx defense is really doing a good job on closing in on the passing lanes that the Toradors create. And then also when the Toradors do get off a pass, they're doing a really good job pressuring the ball, kind of making it difficult for the Toradors to get around the defense and get a look on the goal. So far from the Lynx, I like it other than that one miscue they had earlier in the game, which led to the score. But so far I think they're doing a pretty good job limiting this Toradors offense.
Yeah, just as you might have seen there, the Lynx try to make an offensive drive, but the Toradors defense clamps down before anything major can happen. It looks like Addie Tumsick's on this throw-in yet again. I think the main target here would either be Delaney or Kaylee, but the ball ends up with Emma Thomas and the Lynx clear yet again. I believe that is the Lynx's game plan here, try to get the Toradors off their passing lanes, but if they can't do that, they clear it out and see what they can do with the throw-in, but the Toradors are gaining the offensive and then keeping the pressure on. Might be tiring out the defense a bit. The Lynx need to find a way to mirror this game to the other half of the field, maybe get some points on the board. The goalkeeper is on that one. Let's see where they decide to throw this one out. Not enough power on that throw, and Macy Chestnut is 2v1ing, trying to get the ball back. It passes back to Jenna Johnson, who Jenna cannot make that clearance up to Macy. Delaney good with the pass, trying to connect with Kaylee, but can't quite get it there. The Lynx are making an offensive drive. Hopefully they can get it off their half. But Macy Chestnut gets the ball back. Emma Thomas jukes the defender, passes to Kaylee, who crosses to Macy, who can't quite lead him there. Kaylee yet again with the ball, passes to Delaney. Let's see what can happen. Back to Emma Thomas, and then Jenna Johnson. Let's see if she can cross it to Macy, who is open, who can cross it to Emma. But it looks like she shoots it, and has not quite enough power to get to the top bins, which you need to go for that goalkeeper. Toradors yet again closing the opportunity for the Lynx to make an offensive push, and they're really doing a good job at making the defense clumped up, but they're still having a problem with being clumped up themselves, which makes it harder and a little easier for the defense to try to make something happen, but it does not look like the Lynx are capitalizing on that. Addie Tumsick making some moves around the defender there. Kaylee's a little cornered, and the Lynx decide to clear it yet again. Another substitution coming in at number 11. Sandra Fuentes Cortez will be coming off for number 17, Janie Putney. Let's see if that will change the offensive for the Lynx. Cam, what do you think those substitutions are going to do for the offense?
It's a new fresh pair of legs out there that, they've been on the bench. They've got all their energy left, taking out somebody who's played the game so far. They're a little tired, so hopefully brings a new spark of energy into the Lynx' defense and offense and gives them a new opportunity here.
Emma Thomas making a push, crosses to Macy, but she does not quite seem connecting that pass. If that could have connected, that could have put another point on for the Toradors, but it looks like the Lynx had something else to say about it. These passes are not quite strong enough to get past the Toradors' offense as they have 7, 8 people on their offensive side. That is not something you normally see, but that is a very aggressive stance for the Toradors. And Emma Thomas missed shot turns into another goal for Macy Chestnut. That is 2 on the night, and that is great teamwork, and that is a great way of knowing your teammates' capabilities and being there to help them out in case they miss that shot. Cam, what do you think about that shot there?
Yeah, Emma gets into the box, gets a real good opportunity, gets a real good look at it. Unable to finish, though, but Chestnut's there for the rebound. Goalkeeper falls over, trying to save Emma's shot, leaves a wide open net there for Chestnut to finish.
There's a lot of opportunities where Emma makes a great play on the defense and creates open space, and that open space makes an offensive push very easily for like a shot or another cross. But that goalkeeper has been having, the Lynx goalkeeper has been having a tough little day so far. Can't quite bring in the ball and keeps whiffing those possessions that should be going back in the Lynx's favor. But that scene there brings the Toradors up 2-0 or 2-0, however you want to put it. It's a great way to put the half going into motion. Jenna Johnson clears it to no one, then Lynx gain possession. Macy takes a shot off the head, but it looks like she'll stay in this game. Lynx making an offensive push, stopped swiftly by Morgan Chestnut. The Torador defense is on it. The Lynx make a shot down the field, and the defense is struggling to get up there. The attacker is getting there, but sophomore Ava Johnson is getting there. They whiff the drop kick, and the Lynx are on the offensive again. Still going. The Lynx are in the box. This is the farthest they've been on the field so far. Let's see if they make something happen. Addie Tunsvik turns the tides and gets to Kaylee. Kaylee can pass up to Emma, but does not quite make it. This might be the chance for the Lynx to make something happen and get up another point in the board, make this game a little closer, but that pass does not connect with their attacker, and that is cleared by the Torador defense. I believe Leah cleared that ball. Yep, Leah Spears. Clearing the ball is very important if you're in a little bad little episode like that. Staying on your half the field, and especially when the offense is in your box, is a very scary thing that can happen. That can lead to opportunities to score, and the Toradors have a good lead here, and I believe they want to keep that going. Cam, what do you think this Lynx should do here to keep their possession on this half?
Yeah, so far they've done a decent job clearing it recently, and they keep the pressure on this Toradors defense. Just try and keep it on this side of the half like it's been for their defense most of the game. Just tire out this Toradors defense, and that'll create an opportunity then for them to score. Yeah,
I agree with that, and the Lynx are still on the Toradors half. They keep going back and forth with this throw-ins and then the clearances. The Toradors are in a little kerfuffle here, per se. Kaylee can't quite make it happen, and that'll be Toradors' ball. Addie on the throw-in, and let's see if they can make an offensive push. A sub in for the Torador, that is sophomore Maggie Whitney. Going in for Kaylee Chestnut. That's a fresh pair of legs. Let's see what that will happen for the Toradors. Throw-in goes over Maggie's head, and that'll be Torador ball yet again. Nope, that'll be Lynx ball. Must have been out on Maggie. Can't quite connect with that throw in there, and Delaney Good clears it to Emma. Emma's trying to make something happen, but she has no one on the offensive push with her. Macy's running up the wing, and that is a good cross from Emma. Macy's trying to make something happen up there. Has another cross opportunity, but that defender is strong on her, and that is a good shot from the Lynx trying to shut down that opportunity for the Doors to score. Delaney Good making a push, passes to Maggie. Maggie trying to pass back. The ball is lost. Lynx get possession again, but they're in that box. It's a very scary position for them, and they whiff the pass yet again. Emma Thomas trying to make something happen, but the Doors are yet again too spaced together. Delaney with the shot, but can't quite bring it home for the Toradors. The Lynx keeper, drags it in. That could have been one of those opportunities where the Lynx keeper whiffs the catch, and then Emma Thomas could have went in there and scored it, but looks like it's cleared, but no one's going for the ball. The keeper's a little confused, doesn't really know what to do. Picks the ball up. It's going to look to make something happen. Is it a free kick for the Toradors, I believe? Yep, free kick for the Toradors. This can be a very good for the offense if they put enough people in the box, gain opportunity to score, as long as they keep their spacing, because there's a wall. The Lynx put up a wall, but they go over the wall trying to shoot it. There are two outcomes to one of those. You can either pass it to create opportunity for another person to score, or you can go right for it and try to shoot over the wall if you have enough power and spin to get up in the top bins. Cleared by Macy, or cleared by the Lynx, and Jenna Johnson is throwing it in, trying to connect with Macy, who is being double-teamed. Macy gets it to Emma. Emma's trying to cut back, passes to Maggie. Maggie's trying to make something happen, but can't quite get a hold of that pass. Control is the name of the game, folks. If you can't have control, you don't have an offensive push, or if you don't have control on defense, that will lead to getting scored on and getting this lead taken away from the Toradors. But pass back to the defense. Leah Spears tries to make something happen, but the pass is intercepted by the Lynx. The Lynx are making another offensive push. They have a cross opportunity, but Leah Spears intercepts it. That is senior Grace Roy's that clear the ball there for the Toradors, trying to make that defensive drive strong, then shut down the Lynx's opportunity to get a goal here. Cam, what do you think the Doors defense is doing good here to keep the Lynx off the board?
I think that mainly just comes with the offense. The offense has been on the push most of the game, and then when the Lynx do get touches in their own half, the Toradors defense is doing a good job coming up, trying to intercept passes. Other than that one little time when they were down in the box for a couple minutes, Toradors defense has done a really good job limiting how deep the Lynx can get on offense.
Yeah, despite having a couple close calls, the Toradors defense has remained stronger than their Lynx offense, and they have controlled the ball from getting in their goal. They are stacking the box with 4 or 5 defenders, making sure that they have 5 lines of defense and 5 lines to get that ball out. Maggie can't quite control that ball yet again, and the ball will go out of bounds. There's a little ball boy trying to get the ball back in, but is being a little slow. That will cause the time to tick down for the Lynx as precious minutes they need. Taking their time to throw in. Intercepted by Addie Tunsvik, who headers it on. Clearance coming from the Doors defense. Trying to connect with Macy Chestnut, who clears up to Emma. Emma can't quite control it there. A little hard touch, but puts it back to Morgan Chestnut. The Lynx are still on the Doors' half and trying to make something happen offensively. Addie Tunsvik on the throw in again. Trying to lead on Maggie or Delaney good here. Throws it down to Emma Thomas, who can't quite gain possession. That'll be Lynx ball. Came off of Emma's shoulder there. The Lynx really need to get an offensive drive going here, get the Toradors defense spaced out, because when the Torador, yet again, like I said, with the Torador offense, they have a tendency of clumping up, which makes the defense have an easier job. So the Lynx need to make sure they're spacing out to draw out the defenders so they can create openings to score on the Doors. But the Toradors are making another offensive push, and Maggie can't quite connect with that pass there. That'll be Addie Tunsvik on the throne yet again. Cam, what do you think is happening with the Doors offense that is making them stay over the Lynx so far this game?
They've just been doing a real good job keeping control on their half. So far we haven't seen many Lynx offensive minutes here because game's been controlled really by the Toradors in the offensive end, and so I think that's given them a real big leg up in this game, being up 2-0 with 14 minutes left in the first half.
Tunsvik making a push on the field, trying to get it up to Thomas. Thomas is on the run, could cross to Macy Chestnut, trying to gain control of the ball. It was being double-teamed. Gets past those defenders and could have made a shot on goal there, but decides to pass it back to Delaney Good. Delaney Good can't quite get the shot off, and the Torador are still fighting for possession. The Lynx defense is a little confused. Delaney makes the pass, which back to Macy Chestnut for the third of the day. That is a hat trick, folks, and there's still 13 minutes left in this half. The Lynx really need to do a good job or a better job on ISOing or gaining control of Macy Chestnut so she can't quite make those opportunities for either herself or gain those opportunities from the passes coming in from Delaney Good and Emma Thomas, so Macy can get more points on the board. Cam, what do you think happened there, which caused the Toradors to score or the defense to not quite bring it home?
It was just really good little through pass there that gave Thomas the opportunity to enter the box, get an opportunity to score, and then she makes the one more pass to Good. Unable to finish, but the rebound goes to Macy, and we've seen her get a couple of those rebounds off the goalkeeper already tonight, and she'll score that one for her third of the game.
Yep, starting the season off strong, getting 3 goals for the Toradors, and there's probably more to come with this offensive push the Toradors are trying to make. A little shove there by the Lynx. Might have called that, but Emma Thomas does not care. Gets tripped up again. Could make a pass to Macy yet again. Tries to. Does not quite connect. Goes back to Good. Good makes the pass to Chestnut. Chestnut crosses or shoots. That is off the crossbar. Still Todor possession. I believe that was off the field goal post, so the ref called that out. I believe that'll be a goal kick from the Lynx. Keeping this possession rolling for the Totors is very important to getting more points on the board, and the Lynx really need to find a way to get on the board here, making an offensive drive, but they are tired because they've been on defense for the majority of the game because the Doors have been making them run around and defend shots and defend passes and shut down all their defensive lanes and the passing lanes. The pass comes in for the Lynx. The Lynx are trying to make it a push right here. They're too clumped up to try to make a pass. One of them, the Lynx is on the run, but I believe Addie Tunsvik is there fast enough, and the Lynx will get the ball. The Lynx are in a good space for maybe a goal opportunity, but they really need to do a good job in spacing out that Tordor defense and making something happen. A little nutmeg there might gain opportunity, but is yet again cleared by the Tordor defense. They're doing a good job on keeping the pressure off of Ava Johnson, their goalkeeper. Really having a really good time chilling there, just watching the game. Not really have to worry about anything so far, but let's see what happens for the Lynx. Across, it does not quite connect. Macy Chestnut boom it up the field to Emma Thomas. Thomas trying to make a run, crosses the defender up, keeps the ball inbounds, and yet again running up the wing. This is a very common theme for Emma, and either she can try to score or pass to her favorite target, Chestnut. Chestnut can't quite control it, and Good makes the cross to Macy, or Maggie. Maggie fighting for the possession and gets it back to the Toradors. Good trying to find a good target, ends up landing on Jenna Johnson. Jenna Johnson keeps it in bounds and runs it up the wing. Johnson trying to find someone to pass to, lands up with Macy. Macy trying to make something happen, but I believe the Tordors are trying to take that clock down. The Lynx missed the ball, and that hits the ref in the head. That is tragic for the ref. That must not have felt good. The ball gets pretty hard here, so that might have stung a bit. A little coughing here coming from Cam. Tordors yet again on the offensive drive. The Lynx can't quite bring it home. The last clearance wasn't too bright because it knocked the ref up in the head, so maybe they need to keep their head on a swivel there, trying to stay out of the way of the pace of the game. Yet again, tries to make another shot, but the keeper almost loses it there. Might have been another Tordor goal, but draws it in for another Lynx save there. Lynx yet again get their pass intercepted by the Doors. Good makes a pass to Macy. Macy crosses it to Emma. Emma might have a chance to score, trying to gain possession, trying to control the ball. Can't quite bring it back. Tunsvik makes a shot up to Chestnut, but the keeper drags it in. Let's see if the change of possession will give anything good to the Lynx here. The ball will roll out of bounds. That'll be Tordor ball. Jenna Johnson on the throw and trying to keep this pace very aggressive. And Macy Chestnut tries to cross it to Emma, but the Lynx tank the shot straight into the chest. Emma on chance for a goal here. That is textbook way to make the keeper go one way and score the ball the other way. That is 4-0 for the Doors. I believe there's a couple of substitutions coming in here. It will be number 19, Grayson Stern, coming in for, I believe that's Macy Chestnut, and then Maggie is coming off for Kaylee Chestnut. That is very good offensively because Kaylee Chestnut's one of those players that can run up the field and make something happen for the Doors, maybe put some more points on, but let's see the Lynx have to counter with. Little drag back. That is a good pass, leads on the attacker. Attacker can't quite catch the ball, and Kaylee Chestnut negs her teammate there, but Leah Spears tries to bring it back. Morgan Chestnut fighting for the ball, can't quite bring it back, and the Lynx do an offensive drive. They are in chance for the score here, but the Doors have responded, and the Doors say no. Kinks have been forming all over the defense here, trying to fight for the offensive possession and trying to keep the Lynx off the board. Cam, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Boone's last offensive possession that resulted in the goal, I thought they had good energy, really aggressive there the last couple minutes, really working on getting the triangles for passing. And, it's been working for them so far, 4-0 with about 9 minutes left to play.
Another offensive drive coming in from Emma Thomas. This is something very common for the Doors. She might make something happen here. The defense is on her, and that is her second goal of the night. That is something we've seen very earlier and very similar. That is very similar to her previous goal, and that is another goal for Emma Thomas. That puts the Doors up 5-0 in this first half. The Lynx have not been responding, and I think they're a little down. Let's see how their mental ability brings them back in this game, or if they will not, and they will crumble under the pressure. But I'm sure they can get one on the board here. That first goal is always might be a turnaround, so let's see if that helps the morale or helps the agility and the aggression coming from the Lynx. But it looks like they're yet again adding some defensive drives. Pass by Good. Can't quite get it to the attacker. Jenna Johnson clears it, shutting down the Lynx offensive possession before it even starts. Cam, what do you think the Doors defense is doing good to shut down that Lynx and making the score what it is?
The Lynx got a couple minutes here in their own half, and, I think the Doors have done a really good job taking away that triangle that the Lynx are trying to pass in, and then they've done a good job closing in on the ball, making it tough for the Lynx to get anywhere, kind of trapping them, and then, just working off that on the offensive end, and it's been working so far.
Yep, the Doors create a passing lane, create Emma Thomas to have some running room. Could pass to Kaylee Chestnut, and she does take that cross. Let's see if Kaylee can make something happen. Takes too strong of a touch, and that'll be Lynx ball. Good gets the ball, takes a shot yet again over, a little bit over. She has a couple shots like that, but she's bound to get one here soon, or create a position for another one of her teammates to bring it in, like Emma for her third, or Macy Chestnut for her fourth. Goal kick coming in from the Lynx. Kick doesn't really go much anywhere in the Lynx's direction. Oh, the Lynx on the offensive drive. The ball came off of the Tordors, and they are on an offensive push. Let's see if they can make it happen. The Tordors shut it down, and that'll be Ava Johnson, who decides not to pick it up. That is a very aggressive move coming from Ava Johnson, but it seems to work out in their favor. Good, who passes it to Kaylee, who passes back to Good, and their Doors are in a shamble right now. They need to get their heads back in the game and create some spaces and create some good opportunities to keep the game as it is. They don't want to sell this lead here.
Yeah, Doors kind of slip up there, giving the Lynx a good opportunity. They're able to shut it down, though, but being up 5-0, you have to keep your head in it. Don't get too lax and give the Lynx opportunities to come back. And if you're the Lynx, you need to keep your head in it, make sure you're not getting too down on yourself, and, keep finding those opportunities to make pushes like that and try and stay in contest with this game.
Yeah, like we just seen that this game could go in either way despite the score. It is 5-0, but the Lynx just made an offensive push and could have resulted in a goal there. There was a couple little mishaps on the defensive side for the Tordors, but they decide to get the ball back going on the offense. The Lynx with the throw in here connects with Addie Tunsvik, who gets to Morgan Chestnut, who clears it to Emma Thomas. The Lynx doing a good job on clearing the ball back to the center line. I believe that is Tordor ball, and Eddie yet again on that throw in comes off the Lynx head and struggling to find where the ball is going. Is being double teamed and yet again goes to clear the ball. That is a very common theme for the Lynx's defense. I'm not sure if that was their game plan going in or if that's what they ended up with, but it seems they might need to change it up because the Doors are very aggressive and that doesn't seem to be working. I believe they're trying to draw some time out, and that ball cannot be kept in by Emma. That is some good effort to try to keep that ball on, but misses it by a couple of inches. That will be a goal kick coming in from the Lynx. Let's see what they can do here with this. They have not been too keen on their goal kicks, most of them causing the Tordors to get possession like this here, but the Lynx manage to keep it in the game. Tordors can't quite get it going. They're fighting for the ball. Good on the offensive push. Has a couple of people she can pass to, but decides to draw the defense in so Kaylee can get that pass. Passes to Emma, but Emma isn't quite looking. Emma slides in. I don't know if that was on purpose or due to the weather conditions. It's a little slippery out there, folks. There's a little rain happened previously today, Cam. Cam, what do you think? What do you think the weather is doing for them on the pitch here?
Yeah, it's cold. That makes the ball sort of harder to control, makes some hard touches, which leads to turnovers. And then, with the rain, the grass is a little slick, might cause for some issues with their stability and staying on their feet, which we just saw there. But so far, weather hasn't been too big of a factor, despite the wind blowing the ball sort of when it's up in the air. But so far, weather not too big of an issue.
The free kick connects with the Doors, and the Doors are trying to make an offensive push. Delaney good on the defensive there, trying to keep the Lynx off the ball, but the Lynx are making a good job in spacing the defenders out and getting the ball moving around, so they are stumbling to get possession again. The Lynx, yet again, kick the ball out of bounds. It gets the Doors back in the game and gives the Doors an opportunity to make another offensive drive. The time is ticking down here for the Lynx and the Doors. I believe there's a substitution coming in. Macy Chestnut is coming in for number 19, Grayson Stern. Grayson didn't do much, but she's a place filler to give Macy that break, which is much needed for the Doors offense. Macy, as you might have heard previously, has a hat trick on the night, and the second half hasn't even started yet. So there might be many more to come, but let's see what the Lynx have to say about that. It was Lynx ball, and let's see what they're doing with this throw in here. Throw in goes to the Lynx, but it travels right back out of bounds. That is a very common theme here for the Lynx. They can't quite keep the ball in. I don't know if that's due to the wind or due to their tiredness, but the Doors keep finding their way to get the possession, and Good tries to pass it to Kaylee Chestnut there, but is intercepted by the Lynx. The Lynx make a pass to their attackman who does not quite read the run right, and it passes it straight on to Morgan Chestnut. Morgan Chestnut 1v3ing here on the defense. The defense is a little flat-footed, not trying to make the moves, not trying to be as aggressive. They might be trying to take this time down to get to that halftime, to give everyone that much-needed break they probably need. The conditions are probably not too great to play in, but the Doors are making their stand, keeping their head in the game, not trying to get their mental and their weather making them weather an excuse as this game. Emma yet again making a run up the wing as she commonly does during the game, makes a cross to Macy Chestnut, who just got back in the game, who can't quite make that contact with the header there. Little jumble up with Jenna Johnson and Chestnut. Good passes to Johnson. Johnson probably passed to Macy. The cross goes to Kaylee, who can't quite bring it back in. Should have taken a touch there, drawn a couple more seconds for her to try to make a better shot than what she did. But that would be a goal kick for the Lynx. Going up for the central angle, trying to get trying to boom this one. Let's see what happens. Little power on that one, but Johnson ends up with the ball yet again on the throw-in, trying to make an offensive drive happen, trying to get another goal with this minute 30 left in the half. Chestnut takes too strong of a touch, and Tunsvik making a run for the loose ball. The Lynx have a counter push, but a little too strong of a touch, and that goes back to the Doors offense. Riley, freshman, Riley has making a very strong stand on the offense or defense, keeping that ball out of the way of the Lynx's offense, keeping that score as you see it here, 5-0 on the night. There is 1 minute remaining on the half, and I believe there's a free kick to be taken. Let's see what the Doors make of this. Couple strikers in the box. That is a couple opportunities to score. That is a great free kick, but can't quite lead it to Emma Thomas, and the goalkeeper drops it, or brings it in, drop kicks it out. Jenna Johnson on another offensive push, trying to find a person to get it to. But the Lynx defense says, no, sir, no, ma'am. Jenna Johnson still on the offensive, trying to get that counter push going for the Toradors. Is taking on two defenders. Good with the clearance, but makes it land on the Lynx defense. The time is ticking down here in the half. I believe the Toradors are just trying to make the last offensive push they can, trying to tire out the Lynx just this much more to get this much more. Delaney Good yet again has a ball a little wide and a little high, but she is due. That is the half, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you after halftime. And we are back. Cam, what do you think the Lynx need to do to get some points on the board here?
They're starting with the ball here in the second half. I think they just need to be aggressive right off the push, use the energy they got back at halftime, make a real push here, work on this Toreadors defense, and kind of do the flip of what they had done to them in the first half, where just can't get anything going on their own half, and they're stuck playing defense. So I think they need to try and flip that around, get a hard push here going to start the first half, and see where that takes them.
Yeah, they didn't really show that much strength in the first half, but let's see if that's a turnaround for the second half. It might not go their way at the start of here, as Emma Thomas and Macy Chestnut are making a push down the field. Emma with a shot. The keeper can't quite bring it in, but on the second time, she draws it in. That is very scary for the Lynx. Maybe the change of field will affect the Lynx's defense or the Lynx's offense. Maybe that win was that main factor in the pushes there. Maybe they can get some points on the board, but it does not look like they're starting off the strongest as the Toreador defense is making them fight for every inch. Jenna Johnson tries to clear it up to Emma, but is deflected by the defense. The Lynx offense is trying to make a push here. Tries to get it through the Toreador defense, but Leah Spears clears it up to Kaylee Chestnut. Kaylee Chestnut tries to make a cross up to Emma Thomas, who takes a little bit too big of a touch. Jenna Johnson has a couple of opportunities to pass it, chooses the most dangerous one in my opinion, has an open Delaney Good right there as she's trying to maybe make a shot opportunity. As she shoots it and puts a point on the board for the Toreadors. That is a great shot coming from Delaney Good, and that was a great way to start this half with just a minute into this half. Let's see if the Lynx on the counter push and will do something to respond to that goal. Cam, what do you think went wrong there in the Lynx defense?
They're just being too laid back on the defensive end right now, not bringing enough pressure. Good was able to just dribble right through their defense and get that good shot on the net.
Yeah, Delaney had a couple shots like that throughout the game, but could not quite bring them in. And I said she was due, and she brought it up for the Toreadors. Addie Tunsvik is on the wing there. Can't quite get away from the Lynx offense. Struggling to create space, and the ball ends up in the hands of Delaney Good. Delaney Good tries to pass it to Chestnut. Does not quite connect, and the Lynx clear the ball. Throw-in coming in from the doors. Jenna Johnson trying to lead on Macy. Puts it where she wants it, but let's see what can happen here. Passes to Good. Good trying to create some space, trying to draw some time to create an opportunity to get that ball back to Macy. That is a bad attempt to clear it from the Lynx. They need to really focus on connecting to that ball, and creating some stronger passes, some stronger shots, and those might lead to a stronger offensive drive because the ones they've been putting up here against the Doors have not been the strongest, have not been the brightest plays. Yet again, Addie Tunsvik shuts down the offensive drive and gets the ball, strips the ball away from the Lynx. The Lynx swing and miss on that clear attempt, and the Doors are on the offensive yet again. That is a very common theme here in this game, and I'd like to see them score yet again right here, but the Lynx might have something to say about that. Lynx a little spaced out. They have some walkers on the offensive side of the field that might be important to bring them in there because they are not quite too keen on the defense yet so far into the game. Cam, what do you think the Doors offense needs to do to get another point on the board and to gain some more momentum going into this second half?
I think they just need to do what they've been doing, working down that wing with Thomas and then Chestnut and then trying to cross it into the box, get a deflection off the keeper, and then just work on rebounding that and putting it in the net.
Yeah, that keeper has had many chances to get that ball the first try, but has had problems bringing it in the first attempt, and that has caused either one or two goals. Can't quite remember, but let's see where this offensive drive puts the Lynx. Maybe they can get a point on the board, but Addie Tunsvik says not right now. Makes a shot attempt, but the keeper drags it in. Makes another attempt to clear the ball up to the field to the Lynx, trying to make an offensive push. Shannon Johnson clears it, but the Lynx are keeping possession, and they're making their way up the Toreador defense. The defense is being chopped up by number 17 on the Lynx, Janie Putney. The ball is cleared, and there's another door-to-door offensive drive. Thomas trying to create some space to pass to Chestnut. Chestnut needs to space out a little bit more to make that pass worthwhile. Emma Thomas yet again traveling up that wing is such a common theme this game. She is using her agility and her years of playing soccer to make some create spaces and to create other opportunities like that shot for Macy that was just a little wide. We know she has the skill set to bring that in, but she's just a little off on that. I don't know if it was the wind or just the way it came off the foot there, but let's see if the Torter offense can get back at going and the Lynx can make something happen as well. The goal kick coming in, connects with the Lynx defense. Good, has an opportunity to pass, gets it to Chestnut, who Chestnut passes back to Delaney. Good. Passes back to Chestnut. Chestnut tries to get it to Thomas, but Thomas is a little slow on that one. Good, stops the clearance, and it gets it to Morgan Chestnut. There's a lot of Chestnuts on the field, tries to make an offensive drive there with Morgan, but gets shut down very quick. The Lynx need a lead on this lead attacker, number 7, Perez. Perez is wide open, and the defense looks a little sloppy up that far up the field, but she needs to focus on not being offside, which looks like she is right now. The Doors could try to draw her offside and try to bring that pass up, and so that would change possessions and put them back in the running for another goal, but it looks like it is Lynx ball. Lynx yet again trying to make something happen with a throw in. Lynx a little sloppy on trying to get this ball moving, can't quite get it back in, has a little clearance up toward the goal, but the Torters quickly shut it down. Emma Thomas yet again with the ball, but is quickly, the Lynx quickly rebound with the shot back, or the clearance back at their net. Yet again, keeping the door offense spaced out so they can pass the ball back up to their offense, trying to make some opportunities from there, get some points on the board, because right now it is currently 6-0. Torters might make it 7-0 if they keep this up. One goal could turn it all around for the Lynx, get that momentum going, get that mental state back. Defensive plays here are a little rough for the Torters. Ava Johnson comes a little up too far. That could have been bad, but the Lynx do not bring it home for the first point on the board. That'll stay Torter ball for the goal kick here. Cam, what do you think happened on that Lynx drive right there?
It was looking like a good drive, and then Doors just able to put some good pressure on, and then results in a Toreador basketball.
I believe with the strong offensive drives so far, Ava Johnson's getting a little antsy there at the net. Came out a little too far, and that could have been bad for the Toreadors. Emma Thomas trying to make another offensive drive, gets it back to Good. Good tries to get it back to Emma Thomas, but the Lynx are yet again have that strong defense going, and Jenna Johnson can't quite keep it in. Sorry for interrupting you earlier, Cam, but what do you think is happening in this Lynx defense that makes it so successful?
So far in this second half, the Lynx have done a better job limiting the Toreadors on their offensive touches. But I think one key difference so far that I've noticed is the set pieces with the throw-ins and the free kicks. Because when the Lynx get a throw-in, they're just kind of stationary. They just try and get it in. The Doors are working on getting it.
Oh, what a shot coming in from I don't even know who, but that's another point for the Doors. I don't quite know who scored that. It looks like everyone's a little confused. They don't really know where to go here. The refs are talking, and it looks like this goal might get overturned.
Is it no goal?
They're talking. Let's see what. That is a goal for the Toreadors. I don't quite know who scored that. It was either Morgan Chestnut or someone. I'm not quite sure. Toreador scored, puts another point on the board, gets this lead to 7-0. The Lynx are in a little shamble here. Clock is stopped.
What a goal.
That was a very impressive goal. Cam, what do you think about that?
Very impressive.
I agree. Lynx really need to get on the offensive here. Can't quite bring it home. They are too strong in their touches, and the Torters capitalize on their mistakes. The Lynx are a little sloppy, and that has been popping up, and making those little mistakes cause some big out turns for the Torters. As Chestnut makes her way up the field, might cross to Emma here, leads her on a bit strong, could get to Kaylee Chestnut, who crosses back into the defense. The defense clears back to Addy Tunsvik. Addy Tunsvik needs to create a little bit more space from Delaney Good. Delaney Good trying to make something happen. Passes to Macy Chestnut. The little deflect off the Lynx makes it so the Lynx can gain back an offensive drive. Yet, as Cam said earlier, the Lynx are doing a little poor job on getting their free kicks, goal kicks, the throw-ins in. As the Tortors are doing, they have some hand signals, and they have some momentum going into the throws so they can lead them into better opportunities to get some more points on the board and to put better offensive drives going here. It looks like the Tortors are fighting a little bit on the defensive side. The Lynx are making an offensive push, but the Tortors clear it here. Lear Spears doing a good job in clearing that ball out, stopping the Lynx's offensive drive before it gets a little too dangerous. Another clearance coming in from Morgan Chestnut. That was a good strong ball that gets up to Emma Thomas. Emma Thomas can't quite bring it home. A little too strong of a touch. Goes back to Lynx's offense. The Doors, for the little time they have been, are on their side of the field here. Another clearance coming in from the Doors defense. Macy Chestnut on the ball. Can't quite get it away from the defender. The Lynx are still on this offensive push here. Cam, what do you think the Doors defense needs to do to keep these Lynx off the scoreboard?
I think they're just getting a little bit lax right now. You're up 7-0. Your head's kind of out of the game, and that gives the Lynx a real good opportunity to try and strike. But if I'm the Toreadors defense, I'm still bringing that first half pressure, first half type of defense they've been playing, where they're just really attacking the ball and the Lynx attacker. And, I just haven't seen that so far from them in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like the Lynx are hanging their heads a bit despite the score. It is 7-0, but I do believe they can make an offensive drive here and maybe get 1 point or 2 points on the board. That is sometimes all you need to get the game back flowing. There is still 30 minutes left, so there's a lot of game yet to play. Either the Tortors are going to come back with this win, or the Lynx are going to make the push as the underdog to try to get their offensive going. Jenna Johnson can't quite keep it in there, and I believe the Doors are making some substitutions. I believe that is number 23, Callie Gitford, and number 19, Grayson Stern. Not making the substitutions quite yet, but I believe Macy Chestnut might be coming off. It's getting to those minutes where the Doors are making some substitutions to try to get some other opportunities for those younger players to get some minutes, so their years to come will be stronger than this year and maybe next year's and past years. Getting those younger players some playing minutes and some opportunities to see a faster-paced game that might not come from the JV opportunity or the JV point of view is very important for the younger player to get some more stronger shots, some more faster-paced view of the game.
Not only is it to get the younger players more experience, but it's also making sure somebody like Macy Chestnut or Emma Thomas doesn't get an injury here late in the game that's already somewhat put away. So you put in those people to get more experience and also make sure your starting 11 is still healthy for the next time you need them.
Yep, the cold might cause a little muscle strain here and might make the muscles a little tight, but if the Doors keep moving the ball around as they're doing, keeping the aggression up as they have been doing and as the score shows, I don't believe they'll be they won't have that big of a trouble getting some substitutions on here, getting some younger players in, and maybe putting some even more points on the board. Bring in some of those younger players. They might make some mistakes, but that's okay. With the large lead the Tortors have, the Tortor defense is still strong, keeping the Lynx just running around, trying to chase the ball that they can't quite make the offensive drive they need to get the points on the board. Those substitutions are coming in, I believe. Yep, Emma Thomas and Kaylee Chestnut are coming off. So the two of the strong offensive players, those two players have a good job running up the wing, creating passes, making goal opportunities or scoring goals themselves. So let's see what these two underclassmen can do to the team to help them either keep some points off the board or gain some points on here. Throwing coming in from Addy Tunsvik, trying to get an offensive drive. The Doors offense is pushing strong on the defense, who makes them clear the ball yet again. Addy Tunsvik with another throw. Let's see what can happen here. Has a little run up. Good placed in front of Good. Good gets to, or the ball is a little placed in front of Good, and the shot comes strong off Macy, but the keeper gets hands on that. Cam, what do you think the Lynx are doing here to stop the Doors from getting another point on board?
Keeper's been playing a lot better in the second half, not fumbling those sort of easy plays and giving the Doors rebound opportunities. So I think that's been a big improvement. Also just some on-ball pressure and energy that the Lynx have been bringing on the defensive end. I thought that's been a lot better here in this second half than it was earlier in the game.
Yeah, keeping pressure on that ball is very important in a game like soccer. Keeping the pressure on the ball, but it is also important to not take too strong of a touch, because that strong touch can lead to a turnover, which that might have just happened for the Toradors. But it looks like the Lynx are trying to take their time, which they should be a little bit more aggressive, trying to space out that Torador defense, which has been so strong during this game. Leah Spears trying to get the ball away from the Lynx, and Morgan Chestnut trying to clear it out, takes a shot off the back, but is still in the game, trying to find the ball, trying to gain possession back for them to get the Doors to try to get another point on the board. That might have looked like a handball, but the ref might let them keep playing. Good tries to clear it, but is back to the Doors defense. The Lynx offense, is trying to make another push, but can't quite bring it back. They're taking too strong of touches, and the Doors defense is trying to capitalize, or is capitalizing on that by clearing the ball and getting the ball away from the Lynx. Good trying to make some space here, getting the ball back to Addie Tunsvik, trying to cross it up. Back to Good. Good kid has couple of people to pass to. Macy Chestnut might have been offside. I believe she is. A little bit offside there. That causes the change of possession back to the Lynx. So let's see what the Lynx can do here. Sometimes you're not paying too close attention to where those defensemen are standing there, and you might be drawn offsides either on purpose or on accident. There could be a play crafted by the Lynx, but you never know. Lynx coming in with the free kick. The free kick is played into space. Jenna Johnson kind of whiffs the pass there, and the ball will be out on the Doors. That'll be Lynx ball. Lynx trying to make a throw and to get an offensive drive going here. Cam, what do you think the Lynx need to do to keep that offensive push going and to shut down the Doors defense?
Just keep getting good touches, create those passing lanes. If you get a little bit too aggressive of a touch, it leads to opportunities like this, but defense able to stop it. But just controlling the ball, making sure you make good passes, sort of back to the fundamentals here late in the game.
Yeah, if there's a score is showing how it is today, making mistakes is something that could either help you on the Torador or on the Lynx's side with the Toradors, or make the score even more of a deficit in the Lynx side. They need to take it back to the basics, need to focus on their touches, the passes, the simplistic of shooting the shot, making some, leading the passes, making some offensive runs, just making some, or putting some more energy into the game. I don't know if they're tired or if the weather has something to do with it, but that will be another Toradors ball because the Lynx can't quite keep in the passes. I don't know if they think the score isn't projecting what they want to happen, but they are kind of hanging their heads here. Another ball for the Lynx with another throw, and they decide to go to the ground, but that is another ball out on the Lynx. On the Lynx. The Doors throw it in, connects with Macy. Macy takes too big of a touch, back to Johnson. Johnson takes another touch that's quite too big, or a little bit too big. And the Lynx are on another offensive drive. Morgan Chestnut takes another ball off the back, but is still in this game, trying to be that strong defensive player the Doors need to keep the score how it is. I believe going into this, the Doors was the first game of the season, so they didn't quite know how their team was going to stand up to an opponent. But it looks like they are attacking the team with a lot of aggression and creating spaces or creating opportunities to shut down offensive drives like that. Ava Johnson making a good defensive aggression there, getting the ball away from the Lynx and getting the ball back to the Doors. But it looks like it's a little bit too big of a touch coming from there, and trying to clear it out, get it to Macy. Macy has been one of those players who, once the ball is at her feet, she can make something happen with it, either passing that to her teammates or scoring another goal. The Doors are making a run up the wing, but it's a little too slow. Took too big of a touch there, and the Lynx defense cleared it there. Cam, what do you think happened quite right there?
Just took a little bit too big of a dribble. Didn't quite have the speed to get around the defender and keep attacking towards the net. But other than that, I really like that attack from the Doors, and I think just keep doing that, and they'll be in a good position.
Yep, keeping that pressure on the offensive side for the Doors is very important for either scoring more goals or just tiring out the defense in general, just to either take this clock down, or to like I said, create more goal opportunities for either the younger classmen or some people that don't quite have a goal yet. Yet again, the throw into the ground, I don't know if that's a tactic, but I believe someone just got stepped on. She is not getting up. She might be injured. She is maybe looking for a sub, that is a great shot coming in from the Toreadors. I didn't see who that was yet again, but I don't know if that was a goal. Yep, I believe that was a goal. No? The keeper saved it. It looked barred down to me, so I don't know what happened there. Cleared very long by Macy. I believe there's an injury on the field. That's that player who was stepped on previously, number 11, Sandra Fuentes Cruz, is limping off, trying to get a sub here. The Toreadors are lining up lots of substitutions to get some of their players some rest, or some of those players that got rest previously back into the game. And I believe, yep, there's a little injury substitution there, waiting a little bit to make that substitution so that the Toreadors can get the ball not in play. I believe the Lynx are playing a man down right now because of that injury. If that was me personally, I'd maybe stick it out just a little bit longer so you don't put your team at the deficit like playing with a man down. That is very important. That creates a very big hole in the offense and the defense for other Toreadors to score or keep you from scoring. Cam, what do you think that does for the Lynx there?
Yeah, you're playing a girl down, so that just creates another open hole there on the field for the Toreadors who are trying to attack, and then those opportunities where you attack could lead to an open shot on the net. So playing a girl down here, and it's big deficit for the Lynx.
Yep, 4 substitutions come in there. A lot of strong offensive players come out, but some strong offensive players come back on, like Emma Thomas and Kaylee Chestnut. Let's see what can happen here for the Doors as Addie Tunsvik throws it in here. Leads on Emma, who just got in, but kind of encountered a wall there in the defense. Got stood up a bit. Did not quite see the defense there. So let's see what the Lynx can do. Taking touches that are a little bit too long and trying to lead the people a little bit too wide. I believe the Lynx are a little tired. I don't know from what. They haven't been making too much offensive drives. I don't know if that's from playing defense on their side of the field or what. But I believe they're in a little bit of a slump. They need to get out of that by trying to make another offensive drive. Bree Morgan, who recently just got on, passed it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to keep the ball in here, trying to make something happen. Passes to Morgan. Morgan can't quite get there. Kaylee a little too close. They need to create some spaces that are way too close. The defense is going to have an easy job either clearing that or passing it away from those 4 people that were right all clumped up. Cam, what do you think the Doors need to do to keep the score how it is?
Just work on spacing the ball out. Right now it sort of looks like me playing FIFA on my career, just running towards the ball, trying to score as many goals as possible, but just got to keep the spacing, and the opportunities will come for the Doors to get more scores here.
Yep, leading the passes and creating space and containing space is very important for the offensive pushes for the Doors defense and offense. Making that space makes the passes more effective, which draws the defense out wider and longer so the Doors can make another goal. Yet again, Emma Thomas running down the wing, who has some fresh bit of legs. Does not connect with Morgan, and the Lynx have another defensive clearance. An aggressive touch by Chestnut. The ball is back to Thomas. Thomas running down the wing could cross it back to Morgan. Morgan, I don't know if she's offside, might need to take a couple steps back, but is a little too slow to react to that one. Back to Morgan Chestnut, who tries to take a shot. Little long and little tall there. See, there was a couple goals like that earlier in this game, so you never know what's going to happen. The wind can cause a lot of things to happen to that ball and could cause it to curve in like that. But a little high there. Let's see how this goal kick can turn the game around. Connects with the Toreador offense, which is not something you want to see as a Lynx. The Lynx trying to make something happen, but they are hanging their heads. I don't know if they're in defeat or if they're just trying to conserve some energy for an offensive push, but they're a little too clumped up here. The ref might have gotten away of that one, but he tried to avoid it. Back to Tunsvik. Tunsvik tries to clear it. Got a little under that one, and it has a little backspin. That might not cause the ball to go as far as she intended to. Stops the ball again. The Lynx are back on the defensive. They can't quite find the ball on their side of the half. Yeah, on their side of the field, causing them to play a lot of defense and not focus on scoring that as they lead on to their attacker, quickly cleared by Tunsvik. Chestnut has the ball, just taking her time up the field, crossing it up to Morgan, shut down quickly by the Lynx defense. The Lynx defense, little gap there, and Thomas sneaks it in. That's what happens when you clump up, causes that goalie to come up, and that causes the Toadors to extend their lead to 8-0. I believe that is Emma Thomas's third goal, so that is 2 players on Boone that have a hat trick. And that is very impressive for the first game of the season, coming to this game, not really knowing their true skill set, but this is a morale boost for the Toadors. Let's see what the Lynx counter with. Cam, what do you think the Lynx are going to do to maybe try to get some points on the board or maybe try to shut down that Toador offense?
After a goal, you just try and bring some more energy down and trying to create more opportunities on the offensive end. And then even if you can't create opportunities, maybe get a little spark on the defensive end and start limiting the Toreadors.
Yep, the Toadors are making a little slow defensive drive here, trying to contain the offense to the best of their ability. Has a couple of midfielders brought down, so there's a lot of girls on their side of the half, which might be good and might be bad because it causes a lot of bodies and a lot of legs for the passes to be blocked by. But it looks like the Doors are making a fine push up the field. Yet again, Emma Thomas using her agility to run past the defenders and might make a cross to Bree Morgan, But it looks like Bree's a little too wide for her to get that cross, and she might need to draw it a little bit closer into Emma. Bree Morgan takes too hard of a touch. Like I said earlier, those hard touches could be bad for the Doors, and they're very important to take a lighter touch there. That could have been another goal in Bree's first goal of the night. Cam, what do you think quite happened right there?
Like you said, she just took a little bit too hard of a touch. Great cross there by Emma. Just Morgan's unable to control it and finish off of that. But I like the idea. Just wrong execution there by the Toreadors.
Yep, Bree went into that, saw the ball right at her feet, and got a little excited. Might have not had the right touch as she thought, but Emma is doing a great job on crossing up those defenders and keeping the ball moving on the defensive or on the offensive side for the Doors. A little drop kick coming in from the keeper. Yet another high touch from the Lynx, and the offense of the Doors is back at it. Another clearance by the Lynx, and let's see what they do with this one. The ball might be headed out, but they might keep it in here. They have some strong passes. They could cross it up to that attacker right there, but it's a little too slow to attack that ball, and Leah Spears capitalizes. Morgan Chestnut trying to get that clearance, and that might go back to the back line of the defense. They really need to get a clearance here. Jenna Johnson kind of whiffs on that pass, but manages to clear it. That could have been bad for the Doors. Creating spaces like that and creating opportunities for the Lynx to gain momentum and for the Lynx to gain the ability or the possession of the ball could be bad. It looks like the Doors are warming up a lot of the younger people and some of the bench players, so they can make a lot of substitutions going into this. The Doors has made a couple of substitutions, bringing back in Good and bringing back in Chestnut. Let's see what happens here for the Doors. I believe the starting lineup is in, so let's see if they can make another goal and capitalize on the situation of the fresh legs they have. Good has a little through ball to Macy, who crosses back to trying to connect with Emma, but the Lynx defense clear it. Another little stomp from Jenna Johnson. That's her second of the day. Good takes a shot, and that is top bins for Good. That is a second goal like that today. She had a couple long and high from previous parts of the half, or the previous half, but she is locked in right now. Had a fresh pair of legs and just brought it in for the Doors, creating that lead 9-0. They might have a mercy here. There's still 13 minutes left this half for the Lynx to try to make an offensive drive, but I don't know if they are tired or if it's the weather or if it's the wind, but the Doors are dominating at the moment. Yet again, Emma Thomas trying to make an offensive drive, trying to use her speed and agility to get around those defenders as Kaylee tries to make an opportunity to cross it up, but gets blocked, but the second time it's through. Emma Thomas trying to make a cross to Macy. Macy calls for it, but Emma decides to take a shot. The keeper almost loses that one. That is a very common theme so far. The keeper was doing a good job previously, but I don't know if it was the previous goal that was scored that might have got her in her head a bit, but Emma Thomas is back up on their box. Takes a shot. The keeper brings it back in. It's a very fast-paced game for the Doors. They like to play aggressive. They like to keep their score up. They want to keep this game in their favor and not get the Lynx on the board. This is a very impressive score sheet for the Doors, and then they'd like to keep it moving in their favor. Cam, what do you think the Doors are doing good offensively so far?
I like the pace they're playing with. They're trying to be quick, trying to be aggressive, and, that doesn't give the Lynx as much time to set up in a defense and try and stop the oncoming attack when the Doors are playing that quick. So right now I really like their pace and I like their aggressiveness.
Yep, I agree with Cam. The pace the Doors are playing at might be a little too quick for the Lynx, and the Tours are capitalizing on the speed of their play. I don't know if that came from conditioning during practice, but the coach should be proud of this effort the Doors are putting up. Despite the score, they are not getting a little too eager to get more points and making mistakes. As the Lynx make an offensive drive, the defense comes a little up that might be bad because they could split the defense right down the middle. Doors defense clears that ball, but it's straight back to the Lynx. The Lynx can turn it around and try to get an offensive push going, keep it down the wing, but yet again cleared by Addie Tunzvik. Tunzvik doing a good job of clearing that ball time and time again and getting the offensive drives going with her throw-ins along with Jenna Johnson. Those two are very strong players for the Doors defense in the midfield, keeping the ball in their half and keeping the aggression going for the Doors' strikers. The strikers doing a good job in getting the points on the board, like Emma, Delaney, Good, and Macy Chestnut. Throw in from Addie Tunzvik yet again. Cam, what do you think the defense or the Lynx defense need to do to keep this mercy from happening here?
Just bring more energy and more pressure towards the ball. The Lynx are looking a little lax on defense right now, not trying too hard, but if they want to stop the mercy and try and maybe get back in this game with a late goal or two, sort of just need to bring more pressure on the ball, try and get those turnovers.
It'll be a truly happy sight to see if the Lynx could bring it back and get a couple goals here on the board. It'll boost their morale and show that they have some skill on their team. Not saying they don't, but they haven't been showing it here in the second half as the Doors have been dominating this offensive side and the ball has been staying on the Lynx's defensive side for most of the game. Good tries to make another shot there as she previously has done, but it is a little wide. Some substitutions coming in from the Doors. Defensive substitution and offensive substitution. Maggie Whitney is coming on for Kaylee Chestnut. Chestnut, one of those players that is very fast and can cause plays to turn one way or another. Let's see if Maggie can do the same. Goal kick coming in from the Lynx goes straight to the Doors offense. Gets stripped, though, by the Lynx defense, trying to make a run up the line. Some true aggression being shown by the new sub, Maggie Whitney, trying to get some well-needed playing time. And the Lynx are making an offensive drive here, kind of jump over the ball there. I don't know if that was on purpose or an accident, but that could have been a very important drive for the Lynx as they try to make a run down here. But I believe that is the Doors smothering that ball. They need to add a little bit more spacing out. Jenna Johnson needs to come closer to the Lynx's bench here to create some space, and so they can't cross it across the field and get another goal get a goal on the board. Sorry. 9 minutes left in this half, and the Doors are leading 9-0. Cam, what do you think is going well for the Lynx in this game?
When you see them score 9-0, I don't think you can say much went well, but I think the Lynx, they have some good stuff that they've shown this game, but there's definitely some stuff they need to take back to practice and improve on so that they can be more competitive in their next showing.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was a little close call for the Doors as one of the defensemen whiffed the pass, but Johnson cleared it out, causing Macy to get the ball, and she is making her way up the field, megging every person in sight, crossing up the defenders, trying to make an opportunity for Maggie Whitney to make an attempt at a goal. Might try to cross it here, but it takes a little bit too much time, and the Lynx defense are on it. That is another throw in coming from Addie Tunzvik. Let's see if the Doors can finish this game strong with the last goal they need. Good takes too strong of a touch, trying to chase that ball back. Johnson with the support. Gets it to Chestnut. Chestnut could turn around and cross it to Thomas. Goes to Good. Good could pass to Thomas. She might do that here. Takes the shot a little wide, as we've seen previously. She's had a couple good goals, but she likes to shoot the ball a little wide sometimes. A good effort from the offense there, keeping pressure on that defense, causing them to tire down and to get opportunities for them to get another point on the board. Cam, do you agree with me on the Doors' strong offense, or do you think they need to change something up here?
I think their offense has been really good tonight. They've been playing really fast, really aggressive, and, that's worked out for them, scoring 9 goals already. I think they need to keep being aggressive, go for that 10th goal, and I think we shouldn't be getting too lax here, and I think we should be going for another one.
I agree, Cam, but I believe the Lynx are making a little offensive push here, but the Toradors quickly shut that down as they have been all game. But they're getting a little too dilly-dally. I don't know if that's the subs that were brought in. They're a little numb, but the Doors have a couple holes in their defense, and that might cause the Lynx to put a goal up on the board, but I believe they're doing a good job in keeping that from happening as the score is 9-0. A little clumped up from the Doors. They might need to space out a bit more, but they're trying to trap that offensive player in the Lynx to get that ball moving the other direction. I believe that is Torador ball. Jenna Johnson on the throw-in. Let's see what they can happen here for the Doors. Trying to lead Macy Chestnut. Leads her perfectly, but the defense smothers it. Yet again, goes for their instinct to clear the ball. I don't know if that was a game plan or if that's just what they wanted up to, but that's a very common theme in this game. Cam, what do you think about their clearance and how many times they've been doing that quite throughout the game?
Yeah, it seems like the Lynx's game plan here wasn't to try and clear it out to their side of the field where they can then push. It seems like they were more trying to just stop the Toradors' attack right when they get the ball by just clearing it out to one of those sides or baselines. But that, as we've seen, Torador set pieces tonight, like throw-ins and free kicks, have been pretty good so far. So if I'm the Lynx, I'm sort of switching that up, trying to kick it more towards our half of the field because the Toradors can still get some momentum off those throw-ins. So I don't think clearing it to the left and right side will work as well as trying to get it back to your own half.
Yeah, well said. Jenna Johnson and Addie Tunseth have been doing a great job in throwing in that ball to lead on the attackers and putting most of the points on the board. I don't know, but I believe the Torador offense have a great showing here tonight, and I believe they can get one more in within the 6 minutes left. But the Lynx might have something to say about that, as the keeper might stumble here. That is a very aggressive shot. Might have caused something to happen with Macy, but seems to be fine. That could have been bad. Could have caused some sort of injury, or could have called a foul on her. The keeper being a little aggressive, Jenna Johnson, not giving up that ball. Passes to Good. Good crosses it to Chestnut. Chestnut back to Good. Good trying to make something happen. Back to Chestnut. Too strong of a touch, but the Lynx also have too strong of a touch. It's very here and there, playing ping pong with the ball. Can't quite bring it back in. They're very aggressive, too aggressive defense and offense. They need to just slow it down. They have some time to make some decisions, and they're going to make some substitutions here. They're taking out Maggie Whitney for senior Grace Royce, putting her on the offensive, normally a defensive player, but let's see what she can do on the midfield here. Midfield's one of those positions where you're running around a lot, clearing the ball either on offensive side or defensive side. Grace takes a shot, can't quite bring it home. I don't know if that was planned. Could have taken a little bit more time to line that up, put a little bit more power on that. But the score talks for itself, and I believe the Doors are going to bring this one home. The Lynx could still get some points on the board, but they are very lagging behind. Heads are hanging, feet are dragging, but the Toradors are making another offensive drive. Good, dribbling through the team. The Lynx, yet again, shut down the drive. But let's see if the Doors can keep going. A little tumble there. That's a little flop. I don't know if they're trying to draw a foul there. But that's a shot in from the Doors. Yet again, not enough power to sneak it under that keeper. Could take that little more second, that one more second to line up that shot, get a better placement on the foot, and get that goal in for the last time for the Doors. Thomas trying to bring it up the side of the field. Could cross to Chestnut here, or she's trying to do it herself, being trapped by the defender by the corner flag and the out of bounds there on the goal side. Lynx making an offensive drive. The Doors are a little spaced out. Could be their chance, but they have too strong of a touch, and they're a little too close for these passes to even matter. The Doors are fast on the ball, very aggressive, shutting down that offensive push before they can even have any mistakes on the defensive side. Cam, what do you think happened there?
The Lynx just got a little bit too aggressive, too heavy on their touches. And when you do that against this Torador defense we've seen tonight, Doors close fast on the ball. Not too many opportunities to get those wide dribbles like the Lynx just took there, and that leads to the Toradors sort of slowing down the Lynx offense.
There's a turnover there. I believe it's a foul on the play. That'll be a free kick coming in from the Doors. Let's see what they can make of this. Cause some offensive progression, cause some offensive goals, cause some either offense for the Toradors or even for the Lynx, depending on where this ball lands. I believe it lands with Good, who takes too strong of a touch and causes the Lynx to make a bad pass straight to the Torador defense. Tortor defense counters that bad pass with another bad pass straight to the Lynx, but Good decides to take this ball up, crosses to Emma, puts it straight through for the through ball. Emma a little lagging behind. She's probably a little tired, but she has an opportunity to score, and she will. That is her 4th of the night, and that will shut it down for the Toreadors. Yet again, that is a textbook shot coming in from Emma, her 4th of the night, and they all looked very similar. That might be a mercy, and that might be the game. Yep, that will be the game here, folks. That is a very strong offensive showing from the Toreadors and defensive from both teams, but the Lynx can't quite put a port in the board, and that is a very great game. It's been a pleasure being on the stream with you. Hope you commentated. And Cam, do you have anything to say about that?
You know, Toreadors just looked like the better team out there tonight. 10-0 the final score. Doors offense looking very, very good as they head back to practice. Lynx might have some things they need to work on, but overall not a bad showing from them either, and just good game all around.
Yep. Well, it's been a pleasure, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and that will be the end of our live stream. Thank you for tuning in.